All right, check. We're going to fast forward into the 2-minute countdown, get it started because I know we're running a little late. What's up, everybody? Holy shnikes, he's here.
I'm here. What's up,
It's
dude?
It's better late than never. I was running a few minutes behind because I was editing a video and I lost track of time, so that was my bad. But so what's up, man? Do you want to dive in real quick, or do you want to say hi to the people first?
Yeah, I'm just say hi to the people. What's up, everybody? We are streaming on YouTube, on X. Siri's got his account. He's streaming there. So we are live on all socials, guys. And we appreciate you guys for being here. This is your first time checking us out. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you like, share, all that good stuff, man. And yeah, man, what's going on with you?
Chilling, man. I was trying to edit something that my brother filmed, and like I said, I lost track of time, man. You know, when you get to video editing or anything with video or pictures, you kind of get that tunnel vision because you just want to finish it before
trust me.
Like before you like F something up, you know, you're like, no, just one more second. And then before you know it, you look down at the time, you're like, oh shit, that was 30 minutes I just spent on, you know, putting a black screen at the end of this stupid thing. Yeah, I don't wish video editing on my worst enemy, y'all. That's by far the hardest thing of starting your channel is understanding the software elements of that. Wes picked it up fairly well. I've been doing it with music for 20 years, and so I had a background with it, and I still struggled. But that's the hardest thing if you're going to start a channel is definitely the, in my opinion, would be the video editing and trying to get the software to line up. And
so it's so tedious. Like I remember like first doing it, like the first video I think I edited took me like 4 days, and I'm like, what the hell am I doing?
And I told you at the beginning.
At the end of it, I'm like, my eyes were burning and like fucking ready to be done, dude. Ready to be done with it. But yeah, they let the kids out of school today. Apparently it was supposed to be bad weather. I don't, you know, looking outside, dude, it's not bad at all. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
It ain't even cold. It's not even cold up there.
So yeah, I got the kiddo here, so I don't want to spend too much time on here, but I didn't want to miss it either. So Yeah, dude. Any post or anything you want to share? You want to just jump right into it, or?
No, I think what we should do normally, guys, if it's your first time, usually we do an intro, we go over news, we go over what we're going to talk about in the show. But being we have a weird situation today, we're going to kind of roll right into the charts, uh, which I'm fine with. The only thing I wanted to say before you pull the charts up, just so it's not like I'm changing the narrative here. I just wanted to say something I noticed really quick is that the total global market cap, you guys, is at 2.1. So where the price of Bitcoin looks weak at 57, it's actually tremendously strong because the amount of money that got pulled out was only 30 billion. So
Yeah.
you got 2,100,000,000,000. Excuse me. We're still $107 billion of that whale that walked in the room last week, and the price is 57K. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I think this is a little bit of deception going on with the market makers right now, trying to get you to panic. And I don't see the reason to panic. I think we're stronger now at 57 than we were 2 days ago at 60.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I agree, man. I agree. And if y'all been following us, man, like we've been expecting this pullback. It's a healthy pullback. Especially, you know, when we look at the charts here, you'll see exactly what we're doing. It's almost like textbook, dude. And that scares me more than anything. You know what I mean? Like when something is textbook analysis, like the chart is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, it gets kind of scary, man. Like it makes me double think that something's up here. And like Siri said, man, there is some manipulation going on. But I mean, I think this is a healthy correction, dude. And yeah, and we'll look at some targets.
I'll let you pull up your screen. We'll go to the sidebar. I don't see it on the bottom there. You got it? There we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So let's start with the weekly real quick, because something I've noticed here is on the weekly, man. Like we've been in this uptrend, right? Let me just kind of block that out and this one. All right. So as you see, man, we put in this bullish candle, and I just moved. What did I just do? There we go. All right, so we can see we put in this bullish candle, man, but there's a big wick to the upside. We hit the top of this trend line that you'll see that it's significant on the daily time frame. This is the weekly, but we know our crucial levels, right? So we're on the weekly, and these are going to be the crucial levels. If you're a trader on the daily time frame, then you're going to want to look at these levels on the weekly time frame, and that's going to give you like your strong support, your strong resistance. And right now, this blue area down here at the bottom, that is going to be our strong support. We hit that wick, touched the bottom of it, and you can see we've wicked down a couple times. And between 50 and 52 is a strong area of support just altogether, going back even in the last cycle. And then you can see we have this minor area up here that we were talking about last time, 64. We'll say 64 to 65. And then this is the all-time high level that we have to push up and get past. So right now, man, we're kind of, you can move this trend line. It was hitting it perfectly on the daily, but if you move it, you can see that we came up, we hit that resistance area. And then there was a high volume area. If you pull up the VRVP in or whatever the hell the thing's called, there's a high volume area. But right now we're sitting at a crucial point where that volume level, that volume bar is a point of control at the price of 58,000. So that's your weekly, man. So we got to look out for, we know level, we got to look out from the downside, or, you know, on the downside as well. Uptrend, man. On the weekly, we're still in an uptrend, guys. If you've been watching the channel, you guys know that until we close below this level here, Bitcoin is still in an uptrend. We're still making higher highs and higher lows. So everything is looking good. Zooming in on the daily. All right. So this is the daily. And this is that trend line I was talking about. Let me get this off the line here. No. Here. I've got too many arrows on this chart. All right. So you can see, man, on the daily, you can see that, you know, that area of resistance. I moved it a little bit on the weekly, pull it down, and you can see that we've just been, you know, we've hit that a few times. We've hit it more than twice. That's officially a trend line. And then zooming in on that. So I think that area right there was that level of resistance, just from that downtrending line right there. So I think we had, you know, we got stifled there because of that one. And two, if you look at this third wave, it's about the same length as the first one, which makes me think that this is still an Elliott wave, like we were saying. Let me zoom in, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. This is kind of a last minute thing that I decided to do, so I'm not fully prepared, but yeah, you can see that this wave is still playing out, man. This is the daily time frame. So as long as we get a close above this, you know, the origin of the extreme of wave one, which is going to be right here, right? As long as we stay above that, get my charts to work. We got to stay above that, right, for it to be an Elliott wave. Okay, so as long as we stay above this extreme of wave one, and this candle, the daily candle, it's a nasty red candle right now, but as long as we can get back of it and close above the extreme of wave one right here, then the Elliott wave is still in play, and we're still looking to go to the upside, like we were talking about, Siri.
Yeah, it looks like you're running out of looks like you're running out of room in that pattern there too. So you know, you're at a decisive point here.
Very much so, yeah. So that's what I'm watching on the daily, man. For you guys that are swing traders on the higher time frames, that's what I'm looking at right now. We need to stay and close above this one. Now, one thing I will say, dude, is that I was measuring this. Okay, so this is the breakout point on the Elliott wave, right? That's the breakout point. We come down and then we break past it right here. We had that break of structure right here on the Elliott wave, and that's what kind of confirmed that the correction wave, the second wave is the correction wave. That confirms that it was over and that we're pushing up to the upside is when we make a new all-time high, or a new high for that period. And we did. So that was a nice little break of structure, end of wave two, going into wave three. And now I'm saying that wave three is over because we've had more than one candle close in the opposite direction. So that is wave four beginning. That's a correction wave. And it's only a matter of time before it stops. And I was looking here, Siri. So I was aiming from here. And then you can see, man, we broke past the 0.5, which would have been that area at 58,000, like we were talking about, that break of structure. And we are trying to retest the 0.618 right now. We're getting a nice little bounce off of it. So I'm hoping that that we can continue that momentum, close out wave three or wave four, and then begin wave five. Wave five targets is going to be 64 to 65. So I'm still holding the same thing, but all we got to see is this level, this candle, close back above 58, the break of structure there.
Which is at the time of streaming $300 away. That's it.
$300 away, dude. But we got to close there. You know what I mean? Like, we wicked down. I mentioned a wick down below this, but we need to close back up above it. And we have, how much time do we have? We got 7 hours and 36 minutes before that candle closes. So in 7 hours, if we close above that, I'll be honest with you, man, I'm probably going to put a long in. I'll probably put a long in. And then we need to look out for this trend line, this area of resistance going down. Break past that, and then I'm thinking 62, then the 64. But you know, I do think we're still headed up. We are still in an uptrend until we close below this. Just like on the weekly time frame, we're still in an uptrend on the daily as long as we close above that previous local high.
So I have some good news. You know, not as good as it should be, but so the other day after our show, I actually followed what we talked about for once instead of, you know, overthinking things, right? And I opened that long and I put I think $11 down, big money.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Leveraged it. I don't remember how much, probably less than 20x, but more than 10x. Maybe it was 11 or so. I don't know. It might have been a little more than that. but ended up making $5 and took the $5 off the table. So congratulations, everybody. I am now
Nice, dude.
officially a winner. I will be
Nice.
able to buy 5 Arizona teas next time I go to the store.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I'm pretty happy about that. Now, all jokes aside, when it went up to about 60,000, whatever, I was like, I'm done. I closed it out. I was like, I'm not even going to mess around and watch my P&L drop. Right? It was a percentage thing for me. I'm like, I want that win. I'm closing it out. And I'm glad I did, because look what happened. We dropped down $3,000. That would have completely reversed it. That would have been sitting on another L. And so, you know, back to last week, you remember we were talking, I kind of told you when I was feeling it, I was like, you kind of had to flip me bullish. Well, we went bullish, but what happened? It was very short-lived. So in other words, when I changed my thesis and said bullish, it was only short-lived. We only went to 60,000. We came back down. We never hit 62. And that's
where did we start from though? Where did we start from though? Is the question.
58. We were at 58.
So this candle is from Friday.
Right.
And this red one right here was from Thursday. So on Thursday we hit 57. I think it was 57.5 on the low. And then yes, our high was 60,007. So that's like a $2,000 move right there.
No, it was a good good move. It was a good move, but we said on our show, we said that it was a potential to hit 62 to 64, which didn't happen yet. That doesn't mean it's not going to.
Yeah,
doesn't mean it's not going to. But if you remember what I said about the coming back down action, you see we're kind of coming back down now, but not in the
we
in the
are
range.
coming back down.
Do you think we're going back below 58K? Like, do you think we're going back
as of right now? I mean, yeah, we're at 57.8 right now at the time of the show. But as of right now, dude, I think that this was exactly what it is, and that's a correction wave, man. You drop it down to the 4-hour, right? Drop it down to the 4-hour, and you can see this Elliott wave playing out. And within that fourth wave, we're going to have a correction wave, which is the ABC pattern that you're seeing here. We just came all the way down to this level, this support level here. We've hit the top of this channel. So that just tells me that we're just bouncing around in here. So as long as we get a nice green candle here on the 4-hour and we don't close below this upward support level here, what would you call it? I always fucking go blank with this shit. This upward level of support. What is it? Anyway, so as long as we don't fall below that, close below it on the 4-hour, we continue to bounce off of it, then yeah, again, I think that we're still in the right direction. I still think we go to 62, then 64. That's still my target. And not only that, dude, we have this nice little order block here on the 4-hour that we've come back to. We do have a fair value gap on, let's see if it'll show it. Probably only show it on Lux Algo, but we do have a fair value gap right here. This big green candle, there is a fair value gap right there. A lot of times those things come back and get filled. Right. So that's just because it went up, straight through this level. And it's kind of like a CME gap. There's the myth that we always come back, retest it and close it before we head back up. So it is a bullish fair value gap right here. We retested it on this red candle, nice little wick down. And then came back up. So I don't know, man. I feel like we've already tested it. I'm not really concerned about that level until we can fall out of this support right here. If we fall out of this support or we close below the I took everything off. Or we close below the previous swing high, right? Then we're not making, if we fall below this, fall below the 58 and close below it, then we're no longer in an uptrend. We can get wicks all day long. That doesn't mean anything. As long as we close above it, then yeah, we're still in an uptrend.
Here's what I'm going to say. Because I've been screaming this since the beginning of the month that I did not think that we were going to break out in September and that we're not going to get where we need to get. And you were more on the bullish side just because I
still am.
I think and I think you're taking that stance because you're thinking like a market maker, which is these guys want to psych you out and they want to mess you up. Am I right about that, or is that not?
No, you're right. That's kind of what they do. The house always wins. They want to liquidate from both sides. Yeah.
So knowing that, guys, if you're watching today's show, knowing what we're talking about right now, and the reason why me and Wes kind of go back and forth a little is because we're trying to ultimately figure out what these people that are running the markets, what's their next freaking move,
What's their
right?
next move, right?
And that's what you should be thinking like. But here's the thing. The most important thing you'll ever learn about TA is what Crypto Jeb taught me, and that was you need to always have a if this, then that plan, which means if this happens, then I will do this. And if this happens, then I will do that. So what do I mean when I say that? What I mean is if we break up to $62,000 or $64,000, you need to have a plan in place now. You say, okay, well, in the short term, I've got my cable bill due. I know that this coin is going to be up 20% if we go up. So if I have to sell this to pay my cable bill, then I'll do that, right?
Yeah.
But if we go down to a lower thing, then maybe I should sell some of this thing that's already up 30%, put it on the side so I can cover my cable bill just in case we go down. See, I'm not trying to tell you an exact science. I'm just trying to tell you you should always think like that when you're investing and trading and doing trades, because you don't know. Ultimately, Wes doesn't know which way it's going. I don't know which way it's going. Nobody does. We don't have a crystal ball.
It's getting close to what we think it's going to go. We got to get as
just
close
having
as
a plan
possible.
and having a plan is what good.
Pretty much like playing the odds, dude. The odds of it doing this is this. The odds of it doing that is this.
Right.
60-40, 70, 70-30. What is it? So we're just trying to get the best odds. And the odds for me I think it continues up, man. We're hitting an area of support. We're still not, we haven't fallen or closed on the daily below that 58. And like Sierra's saying, these market makers, they're tricky. So like if we're at an area of support and we hit it so many times, retail, when we get back up there one time, retail is going to say, well, shit, dude, this time, they always sell. It always drops when we hit this area of resistance. I'm going to go long right here or I'm going to go short. They're trying to be smart. They're like, okay, it hits this every time and then it drops back down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go short when it hits that level. And then the market makers are saying, you know what? We've done this. We've dropped the price from this area of resistance so many times that retail's probably caught on and they're gonna put shorts in at that level. But what do they do instead? No, they don't sell at that level and let the retail win. They buy more, push it through the price, retail gets liquidated, and they win. So like that's how, like, when you hit it, like when something gets hit so many times, it's bound to push through it because that's just what they do, man. That's what they do. Right? I mean, isn't that, some people are like, no, that doesn't happen. It does, man. It does.
It happens, but there is another factor at play that everyone needs to be sincerely aware of right now, and that this is more for intermediate to advanced traders to even be trading right now. To be honest with you, if I was a noob coming in without as much experience as Wes has, I would not even trade these markets right now. I would just be hodling and DCAing. And I know people get sick of hearing that because it's boring. But the truth of the matter is this range from 58, we said 48 to 58 was a major range, but the next range is 58, up to 62. I mean, that's a tight range, dude. If you don't have experience trading, if you don't have experience trading and you're trying to trade a $2,000 move on Bitcoin, you're playing with the devil, because at any given time, BlackRock or whoever the hell wants to market make right now could say, you know what? Screw it. Let them run back up to 72 right quick and wreck the shit out of them. Let them go up to 72. Right? Everyone flip bullish, and then let's just pull the ground out from underneath them again. And they can do that, and you don't think that. But wait till these runs start happening again. My point is, these tight ranges, sometimes, if you're getting bored or if you're getting chopped out and you're losing money because you're just trying to keep trading these and you're losing, stop trading. Go put your money in a liquidity pool. We show you how to do it. We got plenty of channels on how to do that. GMX, Camelot, there's a million of them. Dude, Wes, I checked my my Sanko pool the other day. Remember, I kept it going. There was like, I don't know, 60, 80 bucks in there. I put in there a couple months ago, like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
And I checked it the other day, dude. 17 bucks I earned just sitting there chilling. Yeah. So, dude, I lost 17 bucks trying to do a stupid day trade the other day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so instead, if you don't want to get chopped out and if you're struggling like I do with these tight ranges, that's why I switched strategies and I just went to liquidity pools for a while until we get until we flip above 72K. Let's just be for real. We're not going nowhere, you guys. So everyone just chill. 72K is still the line in the sand. Yeah, we got to break through 64. I know we got to get 62, 64. I know that, but
there's a lot of trades in between that. If you're looking at it, if you're looking at it from a DCA standpoint and you're not trading, then there's that ultimate, price target that we're wanting to get to 72 and above. We want to make new hell, we want it to go to 100,000, and it probably will go to 100,000. But there's way too much stuff that's happening in between now and that 100,000 that you can make a lot of money on if you play your cards right. And that's what we do here, man. We want the guys that are comfortable DCAing and holding for a long time. Good. That's your strategy. Stick to it. Don't try to trade because you'll probably lose it all. And then there's people that want to be a little bit more active. They got a little bit more free time and they want to make money on different trades. Do that, man. Like, if you can get your rhythm into trading and you can make money on it, do it. You know what I mean? But it's really up to the individual person. And there's a lot of opportunity from here and where we're going to go.
And I thought I was going to do this. I thought this was going to be my bread and butter, was going to be the trading. And I'm not saying I've given up on it. I've just gotten such I'm very competitive with myself, and I'm not happy with the results I've been getting. So until I do, I'm calling myself a bad trader. And I know that's emotional and I shouldn't be doing that. But at the same time, I'm smart enough in my investing strategies that I know if I'm losing in a spot, I'm not going to keep hammering the chisel in the side of the hole of the boat.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to shift. And that's what I did about 5-6 months ago. I shifted into liquidity pools. So for me, that was a better move because now I'm hodling, I'm DCAing, I'm earning money instead of losing money, right? And I'm still practicing my trades when I want to, and I'm doing them very small. Like the other day, I did $11 trade and made $5. I closed it. I was like, give me my money. That was a good move. So all I'm trying to say is, if you guys are new and you're getting frustrated and you're trying to do these trade setups and they're not working, don't give up. Like, I didn't give up on trading. I'm a little bitter, but I haven't given up on it. I'm taking some focus elsewhere, and I'm realizing, okay, bull market engaged, we still got to get above 2.5 trillion for the money printer of throwing the dart at the chessboard or the dartboard and making money in any crypto. You don't get that until 72K is breached. And that's for the altcoins. But I will say they're showing some strength, dude. Like, the altcoins are showing a little bit more strength over the last couple of weeks, even at these low prices. So that's something we haven't seen before.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I accidentally skipped past this. The MACD is still bullish. So we'll look at that. MACD is still bullish. And if I was to trade this on a daily time frame, if I had to say, life or death, what am I going to do right here? That is, I do think we push past this. I do think it. And the reason I think it is because we've hit this level so many times, trending down, that I think the market makers believe that this is a fake out, man. They believe that next time it goes here, people are going to short and they're going to push it long. And that's when we're going to go to 64. People are going to go long at 64, and that's when they're going to short the correction wave. Is back down, and that's just what they do. And that's the way I'm thinking about all this, man. Is this is a little correction wave. We could wick down for a fake out, come back and close in it. We need to close in it. We need to close above 58,000 for this to technically keep going into an uptrend. And I would look, if we fall below it, then we need to look at some lower targets back down to 55 and below. And if we go above it, then I still think we need to look at 60 and above. So that's what I would pay attention to on a daily time frame. If it was me.
What I would see from that chart, number one, I would look at the yellow pattern, the yellow trend lines first. If I was just coming onto this chart, my first instinct would be bearish, not bullish.
Right. And that's what they want you to think.
That's right. That's
right.
They
want you to think.
And now the second thing I would notice would be that you broke a major level of support, which is that where those flat top candles all go across the most predominant line.
That is the $58,000 level that we've been watching.
And then so you broke below that. So
Mhm.
that's 2 bearish strikes. But the third thing, to the better trained eye, look at all those wicks on the downside where when they shorted it, the wicks
Yeah.
got bought up. See,
Yeah.
that's bullish. And what
That's
that is,
100% a bullish hammer, dude.
that's a huge bullish signal. So to me, to a little bit more seasoned chart person that sees these patterns, you would say, well, there's 2 bearish, 1 bullish, so I should be bearish. Well, look at the
Not so
double
much.
bottom. You got a double
I
bottom now
was about to
too.
say that, dude. We have that double bottom that we talked
So
about. So like this
now you're
area
dead even.
to here, right? So I think we're all agreeing that we'll say 52 at that line, that local low. This one, but 52 from there up until this order block right here,
Yeah.
which is the local high from here, that swing high. So I think that between here and there, we're right smack in the middle of it, dude. So this is like a very crucial point. Do we go to the upside? Do we go to the downside? Well, there's levels to watch, and that's going to be this uptrending support level. That's going to be the downtrending support level. And then 58,000, we have to come back up and close above it. That's the 3 things that I would watch.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there now. I don't know when it happens, but I do see us going back down to 54,000 temporarily.
Yeah. I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
I see it. I can't unsee it. I've been, because it's that bottom of that range. I was saying that 48 to 58, right? We never spent that much time down there, but it's going to be so freaking quick, dude. Look at those wicks. They're like, pew, pew.
Yeah, but every
So
time
quick.
we've done that, dude, look at the wicks below them. Like it quickly gets eaten up.
Yeah,
and I think we
they're
have
not gonna
traded
stay
enough there, dude. You don't think so?
I just from based on this chart, I feel like we're gonna let's see what we do tonight. If we hold above 58K, maybe not. But if we close just under the 58K, or we can't break that support line, like if we can't stay above that, then the market makers probably will be trying to do that. And we got rate cuts and shit this week, right? Are they gonna actually cut them?
Like, I think so. I think it was like 80% last time I saw it that they were going to cut 0.25.
All right. So if that was the case, the freaking market should be rallying right now in anticipation, and they're not. So it's like, I don't know. You would think that would be a good move, but I guess it's already priced in. They're so far ahead of the game that this is already priced in, probably at 25% basis points. They're probably already got it priced in, so that's why we're not seeing anything crazy.
Yeah. So we're having that mid-level correction right here on the regression trend.
It's so tight.
We're just at a crucial, dude. We're at a crucial, a very crucial point right now in Bitcoin's price. Very crucial level, man, that we have to hold. And but I feel good about it. I feel more bullish than bearish, because I feel more bearish than bullish. So like, I don't know, man. I just do the opposite of like kind of what my emotions are telling me, and then I try to back it up with shit that I see on the chart. And I just think that I think we close back above 58 tonight. And if we don't, then shit, I got it wrong. You know what I mean? Like we don't know. But that's what I think.
Yeah, it's such a tight range right now that it ultimately is if you're trading, I understand that, but if you're DCAing, you're hodling, or if you're new to crypto and you just bought some Bitcoin, you bought some Ethereum, you bought some Shiba Inu or Nero or whatever, then all this stuff that me and Wes are talking about right now shouldn't even concern you. If you're brand new, the thing that should be concerning you is, should I buy or should I be selling right now? And the answer is 1000% clear to me. You should absolutely not be selling right now. I don't care what else you do. Selling is not the answer right now.
Yeah.
Even if we drop to 48, bro, even if we go to 48, selling right now at 57 is stupid, because the upside is to 100 grand or 72 to 100 grand. Downside would be down to 48. So make sure you shift your priorities if you are new coming into the space. Realize what we're saying, even though we're saying it could go down in the short term. We're not telling you to sell your freaking crypto and try to buy it back lower, because you're going to get wrecked in taxes. You're going to get wrecked in fees, because you're probably buying it on Robinhood or crypto.com. Don't try to trade on centralized exchanges either, please. For the love of God, don't do that.
Yeah, so something else I was looking at, they kind of faked me out a little bit. I had to remeasure from a different area, was following these this move here from, you know, bottom to top, and just following that move alone. That's ugly what I just did. Get that off. So this is what I saw as far as like the Fibonacci goes, man. So this first move, that first wave, we came up, retraced, and we hit almost a 0.5, right? From wick to wick, that's almost a 0.5. If you bring it up to where we closed at, then it's like 0.618 or right at 0.5. Yeah, 0.618. So I've measured from both the wick and the top. We're sitting at good levels on the Fibonacci retracement. And then if you take that move for that next level, kind of where we're at right now, measure the wick, then we're sitting right at that 0.618 right now. That's another thing that I believe is a strong level that makes that a strong level.
Yeah, so we're sitting here Monday, and they're talking about doing the cuts Wednesday, seeing a little bit of not a whole lot of movement on the price of Bitcoin itself, but like I said, 2.1 100 billion. So 2,100 billion. That 136, I think it was 136 billion last week when we went up to 60.
Yeah.
So only 36 billion came out. You still have that 100 billion chilling. So when I say 100 billion, you guys, I mean over that 2 trillion flat level mark of total global, which is all the money in crypto. Well, you're sitting $100 billion on top of that with Bitcoin's price at 57.7. So to me, we say all these things, all the charts looking bearish, short-term bearish, blah, blah, blah. But wait a minute, you got 100 billion chilling over top. That's not coming out of crypto right now. Why is that money not coming out of crypto? Why is it not going back into the stocks? I'm going to tell you why. The reason is because they know something is coming, which is giving me the signal of, okay, they're not going below 2 trillion again, right? That's very bullish. I still want to get above 2.5, but we need $400 billion to walk in the room for that to happen. But
yeah,
this structure is a lot of if you zoom out to that view you got right now, holy shit, it almost just looks like XRP. It's just it looks like a stable coin
doing,
just grinding kind of sideways in the market makers are just wrecking traders with this, by the way. But anyway,
so
sideways, bro. I mean, I did say that 6 months ago. I said this is gonna be boring as shit for 6 months, and it ended up being pretty much boring as shit and sideways. But we are well on the way. There's not much room left, you guys. If the market makers drop us to 54, it's gonna be short-lived. It's gonna be quick. They're running out of trades, you guys. They're running out of trades down here. They don't have much more room in this range. So the good news is that range of 48 to 58K that I was talking about, I'm almost ready to throw it in the trash and say, let's move on, because they've already traded there, dude. There's not many other people interested. Like, I'm not going to buy Bitcoin until it goes to $56,000 and five. You know, for a trade to happen, there has to be someone wanting to buy it or sell it at that level. Okay. That's just how it works. So if these levels are getting exhausted, you think Tom, Dick, and Harry down the street are just going to say, I'm not going to buy Bitcoin until it hits $55,600? Well, there may be a couple more Tom, Dick, or Harrys, but for the most part, they're exhausted. Whoever wanted to buy at that level already bought. Whoever wanted to sell already sold. So now you just straight up have what's left of market makers doing their jobs. I don't think there's a lot of genuine buying or selling taking place at these levels. I don't think these are mind-changing levels. And I'm ready for a move. I'd like to look at the Bollinger Bands if you could pull them jokers up, Wes.
Yeah.
See if we're getting close to a move. I mean, for the love of God, I would like to get out of this range too. I'm sick of it. It's like, come on, dude.
I mean, dude, we're definitely about to get out of it. We're definitely about to to break out of this, whether it's the upside or the downside. I'm leaning more on the upside, but we could have a little quick wick down before we continue. And one thing that I will say, man, is like throughout this whole entire move, we have we've been putting in lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high, and then this one breaks even, comes back up, does another lower low, and then we break even again right here. So we need to break out of this area.
This
That's
looks
when
like
we
a
know
reversal.
that's when we know if we can break above this area here. That's when we know, all right, a reversal's in play. Close at that level and then continue up, break above that, close above it.
Yeah.
Then like that's 100% a reversal.
But it's looking good.
long.
It's looking closer to a reversal right now because you can see it goes up, down, up, and it's almost like sideways right there. If you screenshotted that, that almost looks like, okay, look, the reversal's starting to happen right now. Like, you know what I mean? We have a higher low right there.
I was about to say, I actually said this was a break even. That's on the close when we're on the daily. Remember that kind of double bottom or whatever? But yeah, I mean, that's essentially that's a higher low.
Higher low. It's a higher low. Maybe we're reversing right now and we just don't feel it because it's so slow.
I feel it, man. I think that it's coming, dude. And like everything is, and I'm scared I'm going to get it wrong because this is bearish as fuck, but it's bullish that we held that support to me. And I think that it's time for a reversal, man. And we're sitting at a good level here, 58, right?
It's been exhausted. Like I said, I didn't think the market makers would. I was surprised that they weren't able to even get it down to 4. I thought they would be able to get us down to 48 a little easier. And the demand for Bitcoin is just like, nope, like it's just not happening, bro. They want to push it down. You could see from those red candles how violently they've been trying. The bears have been trying to move the price down, and it's just every single time it just gets bought up.
Yeah.
And
yeah, when we see the red candles like that on Lux Algo, that is showing that we're in a bearish trend. The purple ones are the crab market going, sideways, not a lot of volatility. And the green is bullish, obviously. But yeah, there's that high value gap, the fair value gap right here that I was talking about that's at 56,000. See that green line?
Yeah,
right here?
Yep.
Yeah, Lux Algo will print those, and that's a fair value gap. Because we didn't get the body. We were looking at this candle. We didn't get the body close within that candle on the one after or the one before, but we did get a nice little wick inside of it. So we've already retested it, but that's a wick. So I'm curious to see if we do break below 58, and if we don't hold at that level we're kind of at right now, if we revisit the 55, which would make sense. I mean, it's we're technically on the daily zooming out. We're in a downtrend. Lower. Here's a high. Lower high, and then if we come back down, I mean, it would make sense. It would.
And that's a
overall.
Short move, dude. To try to
higher
trade
time frames. That this is we're in an uptrend right here, but we're in a downtrend here, right? So we're just looking for that reversal, man, and it starts on the lower time frames first.
And it also depends on what Asia decides to do at 8 o'clock tonight when they start waking up. When they see the prices, and are they going to be buying, knowing, because that's the good thing about crypto. It's worldwide. It ain't just the U.S.
Right.
U.S. thinks we're so big and bad, but with crypto, it's worldwide. So the other good side of it is, let's see what our boys over there in Asia are doing when they wake up, and see if they say, you know what, let's flip it around, and that could happen. And if it does, that would be very good. The most bullish case scenario right now for me would be, go ahead, keep it at 57, drop it down to 56 a little bit, peck around 55.5. Go ahead and ride the bottom of that wave, that range. Go ahead. I almost want the market makers to do that just to get the shit out of the way, right? Let's get it out of the way so we don't have any more of these violent moves to the downside, because I think everybody is bored to death and sick of that. So it would actually be a healthy thing for Bitcoin to trade sideways and down just slowly over the next couple of days, not get too crazy over these rate cuts, and then start to gradually move up slowly. That would be a healthy move. Is that what's going to happen? Absolutely not. We're talking about Bitcoin, you guys. So that's probably not going to happen, but that's almost one thing you can count on is, but I do think that the smart investors have made it through the storm. 6 months of sideways and down is not fun for anybody. So applaud yourself if you're still here and you just got in less than a year ago. You're doing a great job because you've made it through your first mini bear market, but it's really not a bear market. It's just sideways consolidation. But yeah, dude. So price targets to wrap it up in a pretty bow to the downside and to the upside. So your downside is
all right. So my downside is going to be all right. The downside is going to be around 55, 56, and I'm going to put a little weight on that fair value gap. But not only that, this nice little order block right here. If we fall out of this structure that we're in right now, and we lose the support right here, I would short down to 56 or 55, take profits at 56, and then do the rest of the profits at 55. If we break above that, then I'm still looking at 62. But to break above it, we need to put a nice bullish candle in, get some momentum, break above this trend line right here, maybe retest it, and then a bullish candle to the upside. And then I would say long to 64 on that move. That's my immediate targets.
So I'm gonna kind of piggyback what you're saying, but in typical CRE fashion, I'm going to do the quick 2-minute TA thing. I see us going not in a huge way at all. What I see us doing is more of a crab. I feel like we're going to just crab between, I'm going to say 56,000 and 58.5. I think we're going to crab there for the next day or so. And I still see 60,000 now as the number to break, but it's not going to hold us down. That level's not strong enough to hold us down. So
yeah,
nothing's really changed, dude. The upside is 64 is the break before 72, just to keep it easy. And then to the downside, I don't think we're going to the bottom of that range again. I don't think you're going to see that. I don't think you're seeing 52 again. I think the lowest we go right now would be 55.5. And yeah, dude. So I'm still bullish, dude. In other words, I think you could see the 56K if they wanted to drop it at the lowest, but what is that, $1,000 move? I mean, who gives a shit at this point? Yeah, I almost don't even want to call numbers in that range because it's so small, it's like pointless.
Yeah. So if you're trading this, guys, then you should know you're looking for confirmation, right? Don't just like we're at that, support level on that trend line. We're at that right now. That doesn't mean to go ahead and go long. That's not what we're saying. We're looking for some confirmation, man. Confirmation in the charts. To the upside, you got to retest stuff. You got to break past support. You got to look at resistance. Don't just jump into it blindly just because you're at one little trend line. All right. And I would say that also is if we fall through that trend line and we come back and retest it, put in a bearish candle, that's when you want to take your short and just ride it out, man. But just because we're at one level right now on a support, like that doesn't mean that you go ahead and put in a 50x long. Like just don't do it. But on Lux Algo, real quick, Lux Algo does have a buy signal printing. Let's see, it printed. When did this print? It's actually printed on Friday, right? So we had that buy signal print. We got a little some crab candles here, the purple candles, low volatility. But there are targets to the upside. It's going to be 65 is that first target like we were talking about. And another thing, we want to see this confirm on the Lux Algo. We want to see that trend catcher. You want to see this trend catcher, this red bar going right through the center here. You want to see that flip green, and then you want to see the smart trail, which is that red cloud flip bullish. We want to see one of those flip bullish to confirm that this buy signal here. We are getting a little confluence on the oscillator. We have that bullish divergence that we were talking about before, actually back to back. We've put in bullish divergence. MACD still bullish. Money flow is just now getting into the green and starting to take off. That's it, man. I think that's all I got, dude.
Yeah, all in all, looking good though, bro. Like all in all, even though we said that we thought they'd fake us to the downside one more time, and that's still kind of the thesis. A lot of people are saying that,
Mm.
but the downside is becoming smaller and smaller and higher and higher, right? So it's just like they're getting cornered, dude.
Let's throw these Bollinger Bands up and see.
Yeah,
what
I'd
it's
like
saying.
to see them real quick just to see how if they've rolled over a little more.
I've got way too much stuff in this thing, dude. All right, let's see.
That dog is
You
going
see 'em?
ape shit. No, but sometimes if you just type B, it'll take you right to it. There it is. There it is, right there. Yep.
It's the third one up. All right, let's look at this from the weekly real quick. Let me just collapse these. All right. Bollinger Bands. This is Sierra's favorite.
I hate these things. I periodically I hate them because they don't tell you the direction, which they're not supposed to. But and I just want to be able to use them for once. That's why I always say let's check the bands. So I don't really hate them. I just hate them for crypto because they don't work as good on crypto as they do on stocks.
Yeah,
stocks they work pretty good, but crypto is so damn finicky. Making up words and shit again.
Yeah,
nothing,
dude.
nothing going on here, dude. Just nothing going on here at all. Like,
yeah, I mean, we are at the bottom of those Bollinger Bands.
No tightening up.
You can see the last time that we were at the bottom like that. I mean, to me, they're trying to tighten up, dude. Like that's not that far apart.
We need to squeeze.
I know we need it like this.
Squeeze. I want to see
it like this, yo.
Because when that pinch happens, right? That's when you get those nice fun waves, and you're like, yeah, and you can like really ride the wave. That's what I'm hoping on, and it's like they're too fat right now, but that's all right. Sideways. That you know what this indicates to me is more sideways, boring shit is what it indicates. When I see that, it's like that dog is going off.
After a move.
Let me go see if I can quiet him down real quick. I'll be right back.
I don't want to do this because I won't be able to see. I'm just trying to compare the Bollinger Bands here. Boom, boom. Yeah, this looks kind of like this area here more than anything. Huh, okay. Or this right here. All right, check it out, dude. You back? That's not what I wanted.
All right. Yeah, he was going off. They're just playing catch or something out front, and he was going ape shit.
All right, so something that I've noticed, man, there's some similarities here in the Bollinger Bands.
Yeah.
This one's pointed down, and this is what we were looking at. When did we were talking about this not too long ago, but they were tightening up right here. They were getting tighter. Now the bottom is breaking to the downside, and the top of it is just kind of going sideways here.
My mic.
Which looks real similar to this right here, Sierra.
Yeah.
This area right here. Because we got that move. They were wide, move, wide, hit the top, and then broke through the center of that Bollinger Band. And stayed at the bottom for a second. They started tightening. Like the bottom one was pointed to the downside, and the up one was just kind of going sideways here. But then we had another big move there.
Yeah, I see that. I see what you're saying.
So,
but then it was like a fakey though. You see what I'm saying? When I say fakey, it was, you know what I mean? It was like, oh, all-time highs again. We're rich. Psych. I'm just playing. We're going back down.
I think that this move right here, would have been just an add-on to here. Maybe we didn't retrace all the way back, but I think it would have kept going. Remember, that was like what was that? Was that the Terra Luna crash?
That was the top, dude. That was the
no. the one before this, because the top's here.
Yeah.
And we had that big crash.
No,
Wasn't that like the Terra Luna?
No, Terra Luna was after that.
Terra Luna something that happened right here.
It was Elon playing around with, I accept Bitcoin. Oh, I'm just kidding. I don't accept Bitcoin. Oh, but I do accept Doge. Oh, but I don't accept Doge. And I think it was all that bullshit. He was tweeting things, which I don't hate Elon. I don't. I like what he does for the majority of things, but I hate when he front runs things because that psychs the market out too much.
I went down 50%, dude, right there.
Yeah, that sucked right there. That was the lesson maker for me and you, because that was when we were both like, oh, we're geniuses. We're going to be rich.
Mm-hmm.
And then we didn't sell. And then
we've gone down 33% from wick to wick here. And that was 50% right there.
It to me, though, looking at, I love this chart you have pulled up here. Leave it up there for 1 sec. Right. What I see when I look at that, you know what I see? I see previous resistance turning into new support, and that's all I see with this. Mm-hmm. When you zoom out and you really look at what that is, it's two pokes. You got ahead of it, and then it's like bam, bam. But the reality is this: you're building a brand new floor, right? Not to say you couldn't slice through that floor again temporarily, but what it is all those trades, all those big fat candles you see.
Yeah.
Those are all people buying and selling at that level, which makes that level tremendously strong.
Yeah.
So to me, you're seeing history being made on this chart. You're seeing the new price of Bitcoin being accepted around $50,000 to $60,000.
Yeah.
70,000, whatever it is. But you're seeing it like no less than that. So with the occasional touchdown of $38,000.
Let's see what the daily's doing here with the Bollinger Bands on the daily. Shit. I might have to change this up a little bit. I'm just like, I don't see.
Where else she gonna go, dude? Where is she gonna go with this?
Yeah, I don't see anything, man, that is playing out kind of similar on here. Because we're like riding the bottom of it. We've hit the bottom of that more than anything. And I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. But that's definitely something to keep an eye on. Definitely something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I'm thinking more sideways action. We got a couple more weeks, dude. We still have 2 weeks till October. So if that's the case, then what I've said will truly be what's going to play out. And that's going to be not even October 1st, right? I'm thinking halfway through October. But I definitely see a Halloween rally coming, dude. Like Halloween for Satoshi, that's always generally been fairly good, except for during the bear market. You get a Halloween pump, and so midway through, maybe second week of October, you finally start to see this. Okay, good. We've exhausted the bears, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping, anyway.
Yeah. See if this thing refreshes and what it does. Yeah, so we're keeping an eye on the close tonight, guys. Keeping an eye on the close. We want to close back above 58. If we don't, then we'll look at some lower targets. But essentially, I mean, that's what I'm watching for is the next move. So if we fall out of this, I'll probably short down to at least 55, 54, something like that. We break out of this, I'm not going to trade until we get past this area here. These are your trade points. The area we're at right now, and then this area here. We want to see the breakout of each one in either direction, and then that's when I'll probably do a trade.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm calling for more sideways, which is boring as shit, but I'm calling for more sideways. And when I say sideways, I'm talking basically that range. It's hard for me to see it on that view, West, but you see where it looks like it's turning into a reversal.
I think it's gonna reverse.
So that reversal tripod move where it's just 1, 2, 3. What is the bottom and top of that 1, 2, 3? You see what I'm saying?
Which one?
Those very last three where it looks like we've already kind of put in a reversal. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that right
yeah.
there. So what is that high and low, high, low? What is that?
On this swing high, or
Yeah,
are you talking
right.
about like at the end?
Yeah. Yeah, that swing high and then that swing
Yeah,
low.
that's
What is
the
that?
64 to 65. This is just
64.
zoomed out on a 3-day, but
And
yeah,
what's the bottom? What's the bottom of it? 52 again?
yeah, it's our targets.
Okay.
So yeah, that's our targets that we had on the daily.
Yeah, dude. That's 52 to 62.
The hell is going on with this thing? Dude, I don't know what I just did. Yeah, that's this area right here. That's the daily zoomed in. And those are the two blue boxes. Blue up
Yep.
here, blue down here.
Those are our big
So
levels.
that's our big levels right there. That's our big levels. And then
Yeah.
I'll look at the other levels zooming in on like the 4-hour. And I'll do the
Yeah.
same thing. What's our local high and what's our local low?
Yeah. Hard to say,
He's
man.
about to start getting it, man. I'm gonna have to run, dude. But yeah, I'm glad I got to come on here. And how many viewers we got?
We got
50,
quite a few,
60?
man, for a Monday morning for not doing nothing right now. We got a couple bots in here. Shout out to the
Dude.
bots.
Nice. GMB. What's up, guys? What's up? Yeah, they canceled school today, y'all. So the kiddos at home, and I just didn't want to miss the show, man. So I just wanted to jump on real quick and look at some charts, man. But,
Absolutely, absolutely, and GMB. We're gonna stay on look at a couple of meme coins and Total Global real quick. I'm not gonna stay on too long, but
yeah, you're good, brother. I'm gonna take off, man. We're gonna grab something to eat and all that stuff, man. So
where are you guys going?
I don't know yet, dude. I don't know yet. We're just gonna get in the truck and go.
Lido's is closed on Mondays. Otherwise,
it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say go there, but my God, I want some Lido's.
And then we have an announcement to make too that we need to talk about and get up. So
absolutely,
yeah, hit me up whenever you get finished streaming or whatever, and then we'll talk about that and we'll get up.
But, yeah, you guys go and eat, man. Enjoy. Bring me something back. Put it in the fridge for me.
I got you, boss. All right, brother. Thank you, guys. Later, Theory.
Take it easy, man. You guys be good. Be safe. All right, so guys, I'm not going to stay on here too much longer. We know our price targets. We know our short term. We know our long term. I will just pull up this other screen here. Let's see here. So I'm going to pull this up real quick. Share screen. All right, so this is pretty interesting. Is total global market cap. This is what I was talking about earlier. This number right here, I watch this number every day. I pay more attention to this than I do the Bitcoin price, to be honest with you. Whenever I open up CoinGecko on my phone, that's the first thing that I do is read that. And what that tells you is every single dollar bill that's in all of crypto, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins. So if you could see here, I'm going to bring it up here. You could see this line. Try to pay attention to the mouse pointer. I know this block thing is annoying as shit. Look at where my mouse pointer is right here. Now, if you follow that over, how many touches you get around that line? That's the $2 trillion mark. So that's where we're sitting, right? You went above it here. You went below it. Kind of used it as support here. Used it as support here. Support. You fell below it here. Again, trying to get up to it. Boom. Now you're falling on it. Boom, boom, twice. Support. So 2 trillion is becoming that new, where Bitcoin and where all of crypto was down here, forming that floor. Now you formed a little bit of a floor at 1 trillion, but now look what you're doing. You're at 2 trillion as the new floor, but you're sitting above it at 2.107. So what's my point with this? My point is now we're at 2.110. See, so $3 billion just came in. Look at the trading volume. So just because Bitcoin's price is at 57 and it's a little bit lower, there's money staying in crypto because this number just the other day was down around 2, and now it's back around 2 trillion, 100 billion, 107 billion. So $30 billion increments, $30 to $50 billion increments is what generally comes in and out of the crypto space if you watch it like a hawk. 50 billion was the number for a while. Then it was 30 billion for a while. But now it's 130 billion because we were at, I think, 136 billion. Now we're at 107 billion. So that's close to a $30 billion chunk getting taken out. But you still have this nice $100 billion cushion that is not left, right? And my guess is, I wish I could start watching the stable coins a little more. I just have too much going on to do that, and that would make my head probably spin. But my point is, where's that money staying? Maybe that money's staying in the stables. You know, if anyone out there watches stable coins price action, let me know, because that would be kind of cool to have that update. Bottom line is, just because Bitcoin's is 57, don't let it trick you, because the money is staying in the space, which means if they were truly selling and getting out and running away, this number would be going down, not up. And it's going up. It's in an uptrend. So that's a good sign. That's a very good sign. Now, as far as meme coins go, I'm just going to do real quick, because, you know, when the price action's a little slower, it's there's not a whole hell of a lot to go over, but we will go over some of them. All right. So MPC still right around 1.5 pennies. Let's see where we're at. Not quite getting that 1 cent entry that we wanted. Let's see. Zoom in a little. Okay, so you had a wick down here. Look at this. And that wick was, I think, as close as you're going to get. Look at that wick. Let's see where that goes over to 0.13. So not even, you didn't even get a chance to get it at a penny. Not even close. Just getting a bounce here. Technically, higher low. So you're starting to reverse a little bit. But it looks like this is going to be the new level here, around here. Let's just put a zone here. So, yeah, dude, I'm waiting for this thing to do something. I'd like to see it come back down to this trend line under a penny, but we're not going to get that unless we get a flush. So still looks pretty good, though. If you're looking for an entry, this is a good entry in this zone. Anywhere in this zone here for NPC, fairly good entry. Let's look at WEN token down 5%. Is a long-term Solana hold for meme. See, we're at 4.08 cents. Got this falling wedge, which you broke out of, retested. Now you're going sideways. Accumulation had a nice little pump right here. If you look at this little pump here, and then it just kind of went back down. You're just kind of chilling, going sideways. But this is a fairly strong meme coin on Solana. It's a cat coin. If you guys are into cats, but it's been around for a while. It's a big name, $58 million market cap. It's not huge, but it's not, you know, you're not going to get wiped out. So it's one of the safer Solana plays, in my opinion. Do I know how quick that move will happen? Absolutely not. But that is one of my price targets up here. So if that would be a move that you could catch, you know, this could take 6 months, you guys. This is not a daily trade. This is a 6-month to 12-month trade. But you could get upwards of a couple 100% gain on this run here. So if you're getting into WEN, you can use Dex Screener and check the logo. This is the correct one. If you ever use dexscreener.com, you go up top and it shows a little copy notebook thing. You left click on it. It'll say address copied to clipboard. And that's how you can find your token, right? So you can copy the correct address. But I always verify with the websites, making sure it's the right Twitter and website. You know, triple verify what you're buying, because there's so many shitters on Solana, so many fake coins. But like if you click Twitter, it'll take you to their official Twitter from that link. So that'll let you know, hey, I'm buying the right token from the right address that links up with this Twitter page with the gold verification, right? So And the best way too is if they have a Twitter page, just go right on their link tree or use their official post, check their followers, how many followers they have, check how many times they've been active. 25 minutes ago they were active, so I know this is the right one. So that's some safety for you when you're buying shit coins. You got to have safety somewhere. So when is looking like a good accumulation zone? Let's look at some Arbitrum stuff here. Furthest down on Arbitrum, DMT. Good God, DMT is getting beaten down, but I think this one comes back, and I think this is going to be the low. This will be the season low of regret for DMT, meaning people are going to regret not buying it around this level, because this is the $27 range right here. You were back at this range here, which was around $32. This is where you fell off way back here, same level, around $30. And now you're sitting, let me get rid of this. You're sitting around that level right now again. So I'll circle this level here. So you're sitting at $30 again for DMT, right? Is that a wick to the upside? Look at this wick. Holy shit. I didn't mean to draw that. Hold on a sec, guys. Sorry. This thing acts crazy. Remove. Okay. Is that a wick? Jesus. Okay. So that is a wick to the upside, and then it got pushed all the way back down. So somebody was pushing this price up to about $180 very temporarily. It looks like on September 6th. So, but look at that wick up to $200 from 30. So DMT, when it does break out, in my opinion, you've exhausted this $30 limit. You're at the end of a falling wedge. And if you guys don't know what DMT is, it's kind of like a live streaming platform like YouTube, but you can actually use it for games on the Sanko network, which is a layer 3 on Arbitrum. Pretty badass. They have NFTs, they got some games and stuff, but it's more so for the streaming and tipping. So like you can actually stream your own show, uncensored, unfiltered, and when you stream, you can actually tip your friends. So I think Friendtech was trying to do this. I don't know. Friendtech, I never got into. It seemed way too gimmicky. But Sanko, a lot of the bigger accounts on Arbitrum use it, and I've used it a lot. It works really good, and it's pretty damn cool. So for DMT, I would like to see a breakout of this falling wedge. Looks like you had that weird wick, though. I'd like to find out more about this ghost wick up to $200, and then it instantly got pushed back down. That's kind of interesting. Maybe it's a glitch. I don't know, though. I'd like to see if that's on anyone else's chart. But for the bull run, I'm still eyeing price targets up around this area. So let's say you get in around $30. Let's say it goes halfway to my dream zone, right? Still a 484% run if you only get halfway to my dream zone, which is up around here, around $350. I think there's only 21 million DMT tokens, I think, is the supply. Something crazy. Like just like Bitcoin, I think. I don't know though. I have to double check. But yeah, so DMT is definitely a buy at $31. I mean, that's a hell of an entry for that. And let's see, MAGA's getting beat down, $2. Wojak, let's see what Wojak's doing. I still hold a little Wojak. If you guys got any other coins you want me to look at real quick, let me know. So Wojak's kind of following out what I said it would. Broke down below the channel and it's kind of grinding sideways, which is what I expected. So yeah, I'm still looking at moves like this to happen. But yeah, this is a good entry. Anywhere from here down is a great entry for Wojak. And let's see here. Say chain, which you guys didn't know, my update on Say was I'm temporarily bearish until I can get back on there and figure out why my liquidity trades were not going through. Arbitrum at 50 cents. It's a good gauge on the market, just kind of indecisive right in the middle. GMX at 22. Ethereum sitting at hash flow sitting at 14 cents. And so, yeah, so that's where we're at. Not a whole lot of action until we see what goes on Wednesday with the price, with them cutting rates and all that stuff. So you guys make sure you follow us and like us on the channel. We got some announcements to make and stuff Thursday night. So to be all good, but make sure you follow and subscribe and everything, all that good stuff. We'll see you on the next one.